Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Going In Blind. So yeah, we have a Final Fantasy IV theme deck, which is gonna be Wind Lightning Dragoons. So it's Kane's fault, let's be honest. So yeah, we have a lot of Kanes. They're all Dragoons, and let's see how they work together. But the majority is gonna be Lightning, kind of opposite to the Edge deck, which the majority was Wind, and it had some Lightning support. And in this case, it's gonna be the opposite. We're going to have a lot of lightning with some wind support. Actually, I should change the Fusoya for the Maga Sisters on that deck over there. Maybe that would be worth it. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it right now. Yeah, because this deck needs the backup Fusoya. It really does need it. So there it is. Gonna put this here, gonna put this here, and now we're done. Okay, so I'm gonna put the Maga Sisters on this deck too, and there it is. So now we're all set with the ninjas. You can see that small change, and check that deck out, and now you'll understand why I made the change, because we really didn't need that Fusoya, even though it's a good card, because it's gonna be more useful here, and it's more on theme because it has both Fusoya and Seamus. So if that means anything to you guys, well, I hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm gonna be trying to be as most flavorful as possible, and therefore it's gonna be all Dragoons all the time. And yeah, so without further ado, let's start reading them. So first up, we're going to start with the cutest one, the repixelated art for Kane. It's a 3-cost forward, and it says whenever a dark forward of your opponent enters the battlefield, your opponent gains control of Kane. Okay, so he's stealable. Oh, it's a con for being a 3-cost 9,000 body. Yep. And when a dark forward you control is put from the field into the break zone, your opponents gain control of Kane. And double trouble. I guess it's not that good, but hey, if no one's playing dark, right? Whatever. Let's see the other one. We have Kane. That's actually a backup, pretty good. Has back attack, and when Kane enters the battlefield, choose one forward. It gains first strike until the end of the turn. Nice. Then we have another cost to Kane. This one's gonna be a forward though instead of a backup. It has haste, and when Kane enters the field from your hand, place one brainwashing counter. What? On Kane. When Kane is put from the field into the break zone, if a brainwashing counter is placed on Kane, play Kane from your break zone onto your opponent's field. What? Why would I want to give my opponent a 9,000? I don't know. I don't know why this is good. I guess it's the price of having a 9,000 for 2 is to then give it to them eventually once you have built up. Maybe that's how it works. But yeah, these two are certainly odd. Let's keep going with the other ones. Okay, so then we have Kane. That's a 3-cost forward. It has haste, and you can pay 1 generic CP and tap it. And Kane cannot be chosen by your opponent's summons or abilities until the beginning of your next turn. So built-in protection, nice. At the beginning of your next main phase and until the end of the same turn, Kane's power will double. You can only use this ability once per turn. Wow, the doubling is huge. That's a good card. Then we have another 3-cost forward for Kane with an EX burst. When it enters battlefield, choose one water category 7 in the break zone and add it to your hand. Not so good. If you don't control a forward other than Kane, he gains plus 1,000 and haste. So that is good. That is worth it. But yeah, maybe this will be tribute fodder for playing the other ones. definitely, because that EX burst does not equate to anything this deck is trying to do. Hey, but we have a 4-cost Kane, and it says it's a forward. If you control a card named Rosa, you don't. No, we don't. And yeah, a card named Rosa, Kane gains 2,000 power, haste, and first strike. And then the job Dragoon and card name Dragoon forwards other than you gain 2,000. Hey, that's good. That's a lot of Dragoons right there. So that did work out. That worked out pretty well. Then we have a Kane. That's the mystery guy. You know, it's the hooded man. It's cost 4. on lightning, and it says you cannot play Hooded Man or card named Kane while you already control you're already in control of either character, and you have haste, and the Hooded Man enters the field. Choose one card named Hooded Man or card named Kane on your break zone. You may remove it from the game. When you do, activate all the backups you control and draw one card. So this is tribute fodder. It's just convenient because it's Kane and it's flavorful. Okay, tribute fodder. Okay, Hooded Man, the Man in Black, Man in the Black Mask or something like that. All these guys, they are tribute fodder because only one can be at a time in the field, and you don't want that. You want multiple Kanes in the field. It's a Kane deck after all. So this guy is just gonna be ramp so that you can play everything else. Let's keep going with the real Kanes though. We have a 6-cost Kane. Forward says when Kane enters the field, choose one forward. It loses 5,000 power until the end of turn, and it also has a special. So you pitch a card, pitch a Kane, and pay 2 lightning and tap it, and then choose one forward, break it. Kane will not activate during your next active phase. So every 2 turns, it'll let you do that. Interesting. So yeah, then we have an 8-cost. That's a steep price. For this forward, before paying the cost to activate Kane, to cast Kane, you can put 1 active lightning backup you control into the break zone to reduce the cost required to cast Kane by 5. Wow. Okay. Okay. So actually, this could be a 3-cost. Okay. And then when it enters the battlefield, choose one forward opponent controls. It loses 8,000 power until the end of turn. Wow, that's good. That's a really interesting Kane card right there. But yeah, let's keep going. We have a Wind Kane, cost 2 forward, and it says when Kane attacks, select one of the 2 following actions: either draw a card or activate all the characters other than Kane. This Kane, not the other Kanes, just this card you control. And at the end of each of your turns, if you don't have a crystal, your opponent gains control of Kane. That's one of those where they are having you pay the price for having a high attack on a low cost body. Interesting. Let's see the 3-cost Kane. It has haste and it doesn't receive any damage except battle damage, but it's a 5,000. It's kind of weak. However, it has a special, so you can pitch any other Kane, and it says until the end of turn, Kane gains 5,000 and gets first strike. Nice. That makes it strong again. So it's a 3, and then you can sacrifice another one. Now it's a hasty 10,000 out of nowhere. Pretty good stuff, man. And then we got the Hooded Man again, but instead of in lightning, we got it in wind. And it says the same thing: you cannot play Hooded Man, blah, 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 blah. That means this is tribute fodder for these guys because we have no wind backups. We don't. So we are going to be pitching either the Hooded Man and Kane for 1 Kane, or the Hooded Man for another Kane. That's what we're going to be doing. And yeah, but if you get an EX burst, blah blah, category forward, other than card name Hooded Man into the break zone, you may add it to your hand. At the end of each turn, activate all Cat 4 forwards you control. Okay, so the EX burst is going to be really useful for this one. This one sadly doesn't have any EX burst. But yeah, that's been the Kanes. That's the Dragoons in this deck. Let's now talk a bit about the Lunarians, Fusoya and Zemus. So we have a Fusoya EX, 2-cost forward Lunarian, and it says when Fusoya enters the field, if you have 2 or more summons in your break zone, we don't have summons, draw 1 card. Sad times. And then when Fusoya attacks, you may cast 1 summon of cost 2 or less from your hand without paying the cost. This means that Fusoya is actually gonna be tribute fodder so that you can actually play your other lightning cards. There's no way around it. That's just the way it is. Now let's see the other Fusoya. It's actually a 7-cost forward. It says the cost required to cast your summons, LOL, can be paid with CP of any element. Doesn't matter. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1 forward, reveal the top 2 cards of the deck, deal it 1,000 damage for each CP required to cast the revealed cards. Ooh, then add the revealed cards to your hand. That's like a 2-draw, and wow, a 2-draw ETB that does damage. that Fusoya is amazing. That's so good. And then we got the third Fusoya, which is actually a 3-cost backup. And when it enters the field, you choose one forward an opponent controls and deal it 5,000 damage on the get-go. Boom, right there. Then Fusoya is put, when it is put on from the field into the break zone, choose one forward in your break zone and add it to your hand. So if you ever lose Fusoya, you can get something else back. Now on the other side, we have Seamus, the Bat Guy Lunarian, and he says X and tap. Choose one lightning forward in your break zone. If its cost is X, play it into the battlefield. You can only use this during your main phase. So that lets us play from our graveyard, as long as it's only once per turn, because it's gotta be tapped. And then we got the Seamus, that's cost 4 backup, and it says when Seamus enters the battlefield, choose one forward in your break zone, add it to your hand. Nice. So another graveyard recursion kind of strategy, pretty cool stuff. And then if you have 3 damage, then when Seamus enters the battlefield, choose one backup in your break zone, add it to your hand. Nice. So you can either do it twice or do it once depending on your damage, which means the card gets better as the game gets longer. But yeah, that's our Dragoon, our Wind Lightning Dragoons deck. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's a good idea to keep the Hooded Men in or not? Maybe should I cut them off? Do you think these prices are too steep, you know, to lose a good card with good stats to the opponent? I don't know, but it'll apply to them too, so maybe, you know, maybe it's a good thing to happen. And then we'll just get a cane, give a cane, get a cane, give a cane, get 2 canes, give 2 canes. Maybe that's what's going to be happening throughout the whole game, and it'll just bounce back and forth. So that'd be a pretty interesting situation. But for now, I think they'll stay there because, first of all, it's a Dragoon deck. We're not going to take out half the Dragoons because we don't want those Dragoons. We'll just cope with it. It'll be the gimmick of the deck. And maybe eventually we can power creep one of them out and put another card in. But for now, it's a stay. But yeah, let me know what you guys think and which of these is your favorite cane. They're all pretty cool, but I'm sure the Hooded Man is not the best for me. I really like this one, the 3-cost one. Maybe the 8-cost one too. That's a powerful one. So yeah, let me know which one is your favorite and comment that, as well as like, share, subscribe, and follow for more, okay? I will see you on the next episode. Peace out.